SELAH, SELAH, SELAH moments.
Hello, everyone. It's Nikki Cherie, your corporate MC, mentor, and coach. And it is a cloudy Sunday afternoon here where I am located, but I am excited about the opportunity to spend some time with you together. And I will stay true to form and keep this Selah moment short and sweet. But I am looking forward to the topic that I want to share with you today. So each week in Selah, I encourage you to pause, reflect, restore, and renew. And I committed this week, to make sure that I focused on what do I mean when I say reflect. Last week, I talked about the pause and the beauty of being a part of God's creation and taking that moment to just breathe. And so I'm going to, in similar fashion, give you some thoughts and ideas about what it means to spend some time in reflection. Self-reflection can be a powerful exercise if you create the opportunity for yourself to really take the time that is needed for you to get quiet and to gain some intrinsic learning about yourself. It's more than just thinking. In my opinion, when you self-reflect, you're stripping away the content in terms of what you do and what you want to accomplish, taking that opportunity to look at who you are and who you are becoming in the midst of trying to go after your goals, in the midst of trying to be all you can be and level up and live your best life and all of the colloquialisms that we're hearing today. This time of self-reflection is really about the impact and the value that you are making in the world. What is your mark? What is your thumbprint? What is your impression? And so I want to spend a few minutes and just give you some ideas and thought provokers on what I do and what I mean. This Selah moment is dedicated to reflect. Be who you want to be. So before I get into my activities, I was having a conversation with a colleague. And hey, Janine, I see you from 88 Works Concepts. I see that you're tuning in. And she knows from week to week what topics I'm going to put out because we work together. And one of the questions that she suggested that I think about in self-reflection, or asked me if I think about, is how we show up for ourselves. Who is it that we really want to be at the end of all of this, at the end of our lifetime, at the end of our major accomplishment, at the end of a certain period or point in our lives? Who is it that we really want to be? And my challenge to you, sisters embracing life and healing, is to answer that question for yourself. This year has been a year of self-discovery for me. And I've mentioned that throughout some of the Selahs that I've had this year. And I really wanted to take some time over the course of 2019 and really understand, who am I in terms of who God created me to be? What is the value that I bring? And so one of the things that I do on a regular basis is I journal. I spend some quiet time and I journal out where I am on my path, and I ask myself some pretty tough questions that will help me understand, am I staying true to God's purpose and his plan for me? Am I okay with the fact that I am a child of God and that he loves me? And that's enough. And so one of the challenges that I have for you is, as you spend time this week in self-reflection, to jot down your thoughts, to take this instrument and write it down. Self-reflection, when you record your thoughts and you give yourself the opportunity to take a look back, it can be a powerful exercise. When I Googled What does it mean to reflect on something? And here was one of the responses that I got. It says, reflect. Something that reflects comes back to you. If you look in a mirror, you will see your reflected image. If you reflect on your past experiences, you look at them once again thoughtfully. Reflect also means to give evidence of the character or quality of something and the mirror image that is reflected back to you. All of those words are powerful statements that should help you realize that just because you do something or you go to the next level doesn't necessarily make you better from a heart standpoint. So I encourage you to think about a few key questions this week. What value have you brought to someone else's life, team, or business? As you're formulating your plans, as you're working on your job, as you're cultivating your business, as you're building your family unit, what value have you brought to the individuals individually and collectively? The next question. How much of your wisdom, knowledge, talent, or resources have you given to mentor, support, or to aid someone else? Is all of the work that you're doing, do you wake up every day and think about me? Or are you also considering the value and the impact that you're having on someone else? I challenge you in your self-reflection today to think about that. What area or areas of your character require improvement? Now, that's a tough one sometimes for us to really dig deep and think on, but I encourage you to challenge yourself today. The next question, where have you consistently done what you said you were going to do? And conversely, where have you fallen short and why? I encourage you to challenge yourself this week in your self-reflection. Number 5, how has the sum of your accomplishments this year made you a better version of yourself? Are you improving financially and slipping in other areas? Next, in all of those things that you discover about yourself, what are you willing to do differently? And finally, and this question is sometimes a tough question also. Who do you need to ask for forgiveness from? Now, I know that these questions could be challenging to some, and some you may be able to answer with a breeze. But the point is, self-reflection is a wonderful opportunity for you to gauge and monitor your heart, to gauge and monitor your motive, to be more introspective on your journey, and to also understand at the outcome of all of this is who you were created to be. Are you remaining true to yourself? Are you leveraging your God-given wisdom, resources, and talent for His glory and to make a positive difference and an indelible mark in the earth? I'm sure that the answer is yes. And if you have an area where it could be no, and I might need to do something different, Sisters Embracing Life and Healing are here to go through this journey with you. As I mentioned, I'm on my own journey of self-discovery, and I am finding that there are areas that I thought about, that I thought I had tackled and overcome, and areas that have resurfaced that I needed to deal with. You are not alone, but self-reflection is key. I encourage you to embrace that still, quiet voice that will continue to lead you and guide you unto your purpose. Until next time, be blessed.